Hello, let's do a quick review on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and ADA. Bitcoin is trading currently at 62,159 as we speak. Price is trending strongly above the Tenkan-sen line, which shows strong bullishness. The Chico span is also pointing strongly upwards. The closest resistance is at the $64,854 level, which is the all-time high. However, we do see a wide gap between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen levels, which raises the possibility of a short consolidation in terms of time or in price. But if the strong momentum is to continue, the bulls have to step in at the 60,000 level. So at this point, we expect the bulls to buy the dips near 60,000. This should allow the Kijun-sen line to catch up with the Tenkan-sen line in order to restore equilibrium. On the weekly chart, we already see the Chico span rising above the price bars. The weekly candlestick had already broken above the previous body close of the April 2021 candlestick. If we look forward towards the Kumo, the Senkou A is already rising up. It is slanting upwards rather than moving sideways. This also indicates strong bullishness. On this weekly chart, we also see the Tenkan-sen crossing above the Kijun-sen line. So we have a TK cross. We have a price cross above the Kijun-sen. We have a bullish green Kumo, which is sloping up. Also have the Chico span rising above the price bars. These are all bullish signals using Ichimoku. So we have a bullish view based on Ichimoku. Now let's draw simple trend lines. While Bitcoin previously broke below its trend line last May, it was able to break above this trend line this October. Now we can draw a new trend line that includes the June and July lows. We can see the start of a bullish channel. This is a bullish ascending channel. If we follow this price channel, we could see Bitcoin hitting the trend channel highs at near the 80,000 levels. Bitcoin had already broken above the cup and handle pattern with target at 76,650 levels. The success of this cup and handle pattern depends on whether price can break above the 64,854 all-time highs. If price cannot break above that level, we might see a bigger cup and handle pattern forming. So if we do see a big cup and handle pattern forming, price could retrace towards the 45,000 level before retesting the previous high. If this cup and handle pattern materializes, the target would be at the $100,704 level. At this $100,000 level, there's a confluence between the target of the cup and handle and the upper trend line formed by the previous highs. Now let's move on to the chart of Ethereum USDT. We have four bullish signals on the Ichimoku chart for ETH USDT. First, we have the bullish Kumo twist. Second, we have the Tenkan-sen crossing above the Kijun-sen. Third, we have the prices breaking above the Kijun-sen line. Fourth is the Chico span, which already crossed above the price bars. So just like Bitcoin, ETH USDT chart had already broken above its trend line resistance. Now we also see a cup and handle pattern forming in the Ethereum chart with target at 6195 if price manages to break above the previous high. Now let's move on to Dogecoin. This is the DOGE USDT chart. If the Chico span had hit the price bar and then proceeded upward, then we would have had a bullish week last week. However, the Chico span decided to move across the price bar, so we now see a sideways movement for Dogecoin. The Chico span is stuck between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen lines. So this week's price movement in Doge is important to determine what will happen next week. We see a double bottom pattern emerging on the charts with support at the 15-cent level. If price revisits that 15-cent level, the double bottom pattern would still be valid. Now within the second dip, we see a cup and handle pattern. The initial resistance of that cup and handle pattern is at 24 cents. This is also the bottom of the Kumo. There's a very thick Kumo that prevents price from moving up as of now. If price breaks above that 24-cent level, the next resistance is at the 27-cent level, which is also the resistance of the cup and handle. The target of the cup and handle pattern is at 0.3173. The volumes are still bullish as it still shows some support at the 22-cent level. However, we do see some wicks at the 24-cent level, which shows that traders are selling off at that resistance level. This is the weekly chart of ADA Cardano. Similar to DOGE, you might see some sideways movement as the Chico span is pointing sideways to downward. The Kijun Sen is at the $2.05 level. If price is unable to hold above that, it could revisit the 160 level, which is also the Kumo support and the trendline support. As you can see from the previous movement of ADA in the weekly chart, price broke below that Kijun Sen level before bouncing back strongly. This is the daily chart of ADA Cardano. As you can see, it had been forming a symmetrical triangle pattern, but price is currently already below the Kumo support. There is also a bearish crossover where the Tenkan Sen crossed below the Kijun Sen line, and also a bearish Kumo twist. We see a red Kumo there, which is a very thick one, which means it is bearish. There is strong resistance between the areas of 220 to 250. So the bulls have to step in at the $2 level, or it risks touching the $160 before we find a bounce. If price manages to break above the 220 level, we might see the price go to 280. If price breaks below the $2 level, we will see prices down towards the 160 levels.